Seán Chon Johnny, thanks very much for coming up to see us here in the Glen Tavern. You might just tell us
Thanks yourself.
Oh, you're welcome, pleasure's ours. But you might just tell us a bit about where you're from and how you got into music.
Well, I'm from Teelin. Teelin. I was born in 1948. I'll be 75 next week, and I have 4 sisters. Still alive. My father died when I was 7, 1955, and my mother died 21 years ago.
And so, growing up in Teelin, what was your earliest memories of music?
Oh, the earliest memories. Well, the earliest memories would be at a concert in Carrick when I heard the first guitar, and it was a guitar players, and there was a variety concert on before the play, and I remember Charlie Connan coming out and singing a song, and I was that close to, I was just at the front of the stage, and that's the first guitar I've ever seen. Just to see that. And we were let up. The 4 of us. Concerts was a big thing that time. And maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
In the hall in Teelin?
No, on the hall in Carrick.
Oh, sorry, the hall in Carrick.
The hall in Carrick,
yeah.
St Patrick's Hall. That was a good time.
The person playing the guitar, what style of music?
Well, I started playing about 64. But 1964. My mother got me a box first from a catalogue, Walton's catalogue. I think it was a Walton's catalogue. But anyway, I played for a while, but I could do bugger all with it, So I couldn't play in and out on the rows. I could play one row, a lot of hornpipes and a few jigs and stuff like that. But there were 2 fellas, 2 neighbours, got 2 guitars, and of course, so I said to myself, what am I doing with this box? So I was one day in Carrick, and I was walking down the street, and I saw this guitar in the window. Sean Gallagher's window now, and I looked at it. I looked at it about a half a dozen times. But anyway, I came back, and I'd be listening to the 2 boys playing. Oh, it was all, we were all into Beatles stuff and all that kind of stuff. Now, the guitars weren't tuned or not. We knew nothing about tuning or anything like that. But most of the time we were only picking on one string. But anyway, I convinced everyone that I told her I was going to sell the box and get a guitar. So myself and this fella headed up to Carrick this day, and I went into Seán Gallagher and I asked him could I exchange the box for the guitar, and he says no problem. So we went down and he took up the guitar, and I handed him the box, and he gave me £8 back. And from then on, it was guitar after that. We eventually, we had trouble getting strings. Strings were very hard to get. We had to write to Walton's. And in the meantime, if a string would break, while Aldous was in the post, there was a friend of mine, very good, tying knots on a string. A fella called Ringo, now, Paddy Cunningham. He was an expert at it. However he could do it, I don't know. But anyway, you'd be trying to play, and maybe a finger would slide up the frets, and you wouldn't be aware of the knot. And next thing, blood would start coming out too. And then you would skip to the next one, and the same thing would happen. So we're doing that till the new strings arrived. And that's how we used to get the strings. Put knots on strings. And then till we eventually did get a tuning system. I got a book. Then, and it showed us how to do the 5th fret tuning. And that's how the whole thing started then. Up in a house, up in Kitty Shan's house. And then, we were there nights and winter time and summertime, and we decided then that we best get a place of our own. And Pat Gillespie, that played with us, was on the lookout for a place, and he got an old shed not far from where he lived himself. And there was a loft. There was a loft upstairs, and there were cows downstairs. And we went over, we checked it out, and there was straw on the loft, and it was ideal for what we wanted. So we would leave Kitty's house, and a tilly lamp, couple of candles, headed away up the brae and over, and jumped over the river and till we got up to the shed. Put about a half a dozen stones together, up we went. Then light the tilly lamp and the cow, and away we go. Sat down and did our practice. Now, that was all right. We were kind of a wee bit advanced at this stage. And we used to do a couple of Stones numbers and a couple of Beatle numbers. We were only kind of starting. But anyway, one of the lads would send me down to see what it sounds like. So I would go down the trapdoor and go past the cows and out the door and just listen outside. And that was all right. Came back, oh boy, sounds great. Come up the loft, and we'd be there till maybe 1 o'clock. And this went on and on during the winter time. Not so much in the summertime because there were Cayleys to go to and all this kind of stuff. And now the man that owned the shed didn't know about all this at all. So this day anyway, he came over to milk the cows. And what happened? But the cows give double the yield of milk that they normally would. And this happened the second day and the second day. Now here we get the bare minimum from the cow. But this was happening all the time. We were playing on the loft every night, and in the morning then he would come over to milk, and we doubled the yield, and he would give it to the neighbour because he had too much for himself, and that's what we usually got doing with the cows.
That was all.
It was amazing. But my mother told me that she had 7 brothers and a sister, and not one of the brothers could go out to the shed to milk the cow. Not one of them. because they get no milk. They get a pandy full, but they get no milk. My mother used to go out and get a bucket full. Do you know why? Because she used to sing in the boy. And that's the same story as Jim's. That's true.
And you mentioned you were up in Kitty Shan's house when you were at the early stage of the band.
Oh, the early stages would be Kitty Shan's house.
Up in Kitty Shan's. And she was a great...
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Aye.
What are your memories of Kitty Shan from that time when you were up in the house playing the guitar?
Oh, the great memories. People coming and going and music. And it was all about music. Music and people. And a lot of people came up and she was so popular. Do you know that's the house we'd head for. And she would little reels for you. She would little jigs for you. And anything you wanted, you could ask it. You know, Kitty Shan's jig, Kitty Shan's Highland.
Did you ever play the guitar with her when she was lilting or?
Oh, we did a few times, all right. Do you know, but when she was a singer, she was, John Doherty says, best left alone. Do you know? That kind of way. Because she was far better without accompaniment. That's what I think anyway. She's brilliant.
After you were playing in the Loft and you were playing Rolling Stones and the Beatles, what came next in your musical development?
I went to England.
You went to England?
I went to England.
Okay.
I went to England for 2.5 years and I didn't catch a guitar in them 2.5 years. So when I came back, I had to start all over again. But I did get going when you kind of have it, yeah. It's easy getting back into it. And then, like I said about the traditional music started then when I came back in 69. That's when Joe Buck came to Teelin. And that's how that started. And there was a concert in the Irish College in Teelin. And I was at it. Concert was a big thing that time, and that was a big concert. Burke on his own, there were no variety along with him. And on the second concert then, I was sitting down in the back and the MC, Paddy Byrne, Tommy's brother, made us attend over the PA system, and he says that if Seán Chon Johnny is in the audience, he's wanted backstage immediately. So I say to myself, what's all this about? So anyway, I went backstage and Paddy introduced me to Joe Burke, and Joe says to me, you'll play a few tunes with me, you'll strum a few chords with me. Joe says, I can't play the disco music. And I couldn't. And says he, don't worry about it. Says he, I'll shout the keys to you. You'll be relaxed, I'll shout the keys, you've nothing to worry about. So I couldn't refuse. So I sat out along with Joe in front of this massive audience. And Joe would say to me, Seán, the basic key now for this tune is E minor, G and A minor. And this went on. And we got through the night. I was hooked after that. And that's how it all started. Then John Doherty came to Carrick. And of course, when John Doherty came to Carrick, everybody came to Carrick that played music. That played a fiddle or played a box. And we had nearly 3 years of John Doherty. Burke was about at the time, he used to come and go a lot. Van Dwyer was here. And Maguire came. And one night, yeah, you had Doherty and the Doctors, you had Maguire down in the pub below, and you had Dwyer in the middle one. And that was one of the three major traditional players in Ireland at the time. And the one wee town. And that's what Carrick was like.
And so you played with Finbar Dwyer when he was here?
Oh, did I? Oh, did I? Finbar stayed in Teelin for 2 weeks.
What's your memories of that?
We had great memories. His great character, we had the youth club going at the time, and he would come down to the youth club and he would play guitar at the youth club. He was a great guitar player. He played various instruments. Steel guitar, piano, concert flute. Big nights then in Kitty Shan's house. After it. Yeah. And then he'd be out in the field kicking football and on a good summer's day. Help us to build tramcocks. It's great.
And so Finbar played guitar. Did you have discussions with him or?
Oh, we did die. Oh, did I? Well, Finbar was left-handed, you see, and he never changed the strings. You know, so he was practically playing upside down. You know, the thick string was on the bottom, the E thick string on the bottom, and the thin one on the top. I don't know how we could do it. Unbelievable. Chords were upside down. They had to be upside down. You know. Otherwise you wouldn't get them. He was a genius.
Yeah. What's your memory? Did you play with John Doherty?
Oh, I did.
What's your memories of playing with John?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was a privilege. And it was easy to play with him. Do you know? There were no wild fast playing, there were no wild slow playing, do you know? He played in dance style. That's what I think, you know. They could dance to his music. Aye. Well, when John was in Carrick, they were a brilliant time.
Lots of musicians coming to visit.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And did you chat with John about the music as well as playing with him?
Aye, we did. Aye, we used to chat all right. Aye. But John would chat about anything. You know, he could chat about the field, he could chat about land, he could chat about the bog, he could chat, you know, because he did it all himself. You know, it wasn't just music. John was a great conversationalist.
So, who were some of the other musicians in Teelin, traditional musicians that you can remember from?
Oh, I remember. There was a lot of musicians in. Cassidy, Frank Cassidy, Connie High, but I can't remember Connie how he played. I remember him, and there was a lot of box players in Teelin, not just fiddle players. You know.
Yeah.
My aunt could play. Buddy Johnny could play. There was a fella called Con Byrne played. There was another fella called Johnny Carr played. Barney McLaughlin played. Matty Ollie played. Do you know? But they had their own versions of tunes. Do you know? They mightn't have been great players. There were no Burkes or Dwyers. But they had their own nice wee versions. You know? I think.
What do you remember about Frank Cassidy?
Well, the only time that I heard Frank Cassidy playing right was one night himself and James Byrne together down in the youth club in Teelin in '69, I think. And it was after the dance inside in the youth club. There was a ceilidh an old time in it, and for some reason, Frank goes down and Frank did a spot on the stage, and when the retired then when it was all over, they went into another wee room called the gallery. And the two of them stood in the middle of the floor, and they played their hearts out for about an hour. That time standing up was the style. You didn't sit down, you know. And I knew that this is before the work thing now. And I knew that there was something special about them. And there was something special about them. But unfortunately, there were no recording made. It was a good bit of play. I always remember that.
That was James and Frank.
James and Frank on their own.
So James would have been a lot younger.
Oh, a lot younger. Right. I never heard Frank much at all. You know, when we used to practice in the hall with the band, Frank owned the hall that the dancers were in. And he used to come up sometimes. Charlie Cannon had a fiddle. He used to play a bit on the fiddle with one of the members of the band. And Frank used to catch the fiddle and play a couple of tunes, you know, sitting down at the side of the hall. But apart from that, I never heard much of him. But he was a good fiddle player. And any recording that is made is good, you know. But there should have been more, you know.
And you mentioned Con Cassidy. What memories do you have of Con Cassidy?
Well, they were cousins. They weren't close cousins, but they were cousins. Oh, there's a lot of recordings of Con. Lumps of recordings. Brian O'Donnell made a recording for UTV. Spent a day up at him. Oh, they were right. Con was brilliant.
Did you play with Con?
I did. Different style again. Played a lot of marches and a lot of nice waltzes.
And then and all those Donegal musicians, all the different styles. Why do you think, like, in Donegal there was so many different fiddle styles, like with Con and John, Mickey.
Well, I don't know. Do you know? It's nearly all the one style, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It depends where you lived. You know what the local style was. Like Danny Meehan is different because he has tunes that the people around him played and he picked them up. Do you know? But it's not down to the Donegal style that like Con Cassidy or Frank would play. It's a different style of play. And he's only one of them, you know.
Do you think all those different musicians you mentioned, Danny O'Donnell, John Doherty, up to Danny Meehan, like you were saying, the music Danny plays is kind of maybe a bit different than what Johnny and Frank Cassidy are playing. Do you think the music is always changing?
I don't think so. Well, I hope not, anyway. I think tradition is tradition. It'll stay the way it is. You don't have to change it. You know.
So, your style of guitar playing?
A good reel is a good reel, or a jig is a jig. Play it right and play it at dance time, and you know. That's what I think.
Yes, so you think the connection with dancing is very important?
Oh God, aye.
So
the big nights was all dancing. Well, if the musicians didn't turn up, you had the lilters then. You could start lilting till the music came. Right. Maybe half a dozen women lilting.
Did you see that yourself?
No, I didn't, no. But I remember Kitty telling me, Seán telling me, and everybody that was around, that's the way it was done. And if there were no music at all, it was all lilting. Lilting Highlands, lilting jigs and hornpipes. And if one crowd got tired, the other crowd then took over. The other crowd started lilt. Teelin would catch their breath and then we'd go again. That's what Kitty told me. It was great. It's a pity I wasn't around to see it. Not my wish.
But you enjoy playing for dancers?
Oh yeah. I just enjoy playing anyway. That's what I like. How many years have gone by since I left my native home and to America's sunny shores? That's where I did roam. It's not my wish these foreign shores to see, but Slievely, you're not the heaven, but you're all the world to me. In my dreams I find that I'm back in Donegal and standing down there at Teelin pier. For memories I recall, just to listen to the seagulls cry, watch the boats go out to sea. Oh, Slievely, you're not the heaven, but you're all the world to me. Slievely, you're no heaven, but you're all the world to me. And no matter where I travel, Donegal, just where I want to be, just to listen to the seagulls cry, watch the boats go out to sea. Oh, Slievely, you're no heaven, but you're all the world to me. And as I walk through Calpa, way up to Crowland and Crabon, and standing out there at Bonglass, could I be the happy man, just to see the sheep there grazing on the hill above that great sea. Oh, Slievely, you're not the heavens, but you're all the world to me. As I wake up from my dreams, tears fall down my cheeks like rain. But I knew my dreams will all come true when I get home again. Oh, and when I'm back in Teelin, oh, how happy I will be. Our Slievely, you're not the heaven, but you're all the world to me. Slievely, you're not heaven, but you're all the world to me. All the world to me, like I should have did.